What the just happened here?
What are you staring at?
Now I'm the Incredible Hulk.
Let me see if I can do this now.
I want the $3 television.
Watermelon.
I don't know what we're going to do.
Sensitive nature of some
Yeah.
comments.
Brian head is so shiny.
We're on.
I can't see anything.
I got work to do here.
That's freaking clever.
We're about to go.
Crazy.
Meow. I want you meow.
I've got Ralph and Alice Cramden.
This is the
Wow.
30th episode.
Welcome to the XYZ podcast. I am Millennial Producer Tony, joined as always by our host, Gen X Brian.
What's happening, everybody? What up, chat?
And Gen Z Winston.
What's up, chat? What's happening?
We are live on Twitch.
I didn't do
So
my famous catchphrase today.
Oh my goodness.
You got to
Twitch.
do it.
All right. What it do?
There he is. Now Winston's officially here.
All right. Now I'm here. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I really hope the guy that came up with it, aka my roommate, is not watching right now because
told you, man.
He's going to
Copyright
be
that.
asking for royalties.
I told you,
Yeah.
copyright that, man. I'm
Literally.
sorry, you don't have the paperwork, sir. Did
Exactly.
you know that the slogan for Austin, Texas used
it
to
weird.
be "Keep Austin Weird"? Right.
Is it not? Is it not keep it weird anymore?
So that was just their saying, right? And so some jack off in Portland, Oregon,
As a Pitts-
copyrighted it or
Oh
trademarked
no
Oh.
way!
it. And so it was Keep Portland Weird, so they can't use it because now this guy owns the name of the copyright.
Oh, that's
As
hilarious.
somebody from Pittsburgh, they say the phrase "jag off." It's calling somebody a calling someone a jack off is just too much.
Yeah.
Jag off softens
Freaking-
it a little bit.
Freaking it's got more attitude.
Freaking
even though-
jag? Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking jagoffs. But yeah, some guy he trademarked it, so then Austin couldn't. They were the originators of keeping it weird, and then this guy, this enterprising businessman, decided to trademark it, and so Portland is.
But it's
now
not like
they're
he's
keeping-
making money off of it, though, right? Like, is
If there's stuff that has like t-shirts and stuff printed on it, I guess they would
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah. You want to make a Keep Portland Weird T-shirt? Thank you. I have the copyright for that. So
I
those
was gonna say
important.
though, Austin do have a large amount of like weird people. I don't know. I've
They got a
My
bunch of unemployed people rip rooster teeth.
yeah
Bad.
exactly. No, but yeah, I mean, I've been to Austin enough to meet enough people to know that
They're keeping
pretty
it
on
weird?
brand. Yeah, they're keeping it weird. They're on brand with their slogan.
Austin is cool. Austin is a very cool town.
Yeah,
We got things to talk about tonight.
Yes,
we got a lot of things.
I do have a word I'm going to throw to you. I think that I actually think that this particular slang term that I heard might be. I want to see if you guys know it. The term is
I feel like that's more racist sounding. Stern in.
no. You can't say that, Tony.
No?
You can't. No, you cannot say that at all.
That's offensive. Wait. Wait. Oh, that's so messed up.
Okay, so clearly that was not. I don't need to know that. We can move on from that one then, because clearly I don't need to know what that means because it's
Right.
angering people.
For the 6 people that is here, they heard it, but that's
They're our
it.
focus group. They're our focus group to see
Uh,
if it angers the chat, then maybe it's not good for public.
Exactly.
It's like one of
broadcast.
those uh-oh words. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Do we have a scene for that? Can we pull that
Oh.
video up? I really want to pull it up for chat to see.
No,
You have
no.
it was
I'm gonna veto that because I deem that offensive.
oh no.
Oh,
No,
that's
it's the
great.
fawns. Talk
Yeah,
about
you know,
talk about
no-
bad touch.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
I thought you were
it's
talking
like,
You
about.
ever have one of those bad
Yeah.
touches and they come over and they touch you and you go, uh-oh.
Oh. Hold on, let me see if I can find it real
Oh
quick.
dear God.
Oh,
Screen
man.
share right off the bat.
A question mark touch. What kind of touch is that? That's the one that starts off okay, and then you get this little voice inside that says, uh-oh. It starts to get yucky.
I looked up the Fawn's bad touch, and it was the Fawn's magic touch compilation of him.
You're on a
like,
list now.
Oh, he's smacking the. It's just clips of him smacking the little jukebox for it
It's
to
Uncle
play.
Fonzie's
Oh,
magic
I
touch.
didn't. I
What's
thought you were
going-
gonna say that could have been
Yeah,
smacking
that
the
could be
little
smacking-
anything, and
Oh.
thankfully it ended a jukebox.
It was a jukebox,
Oh,
but no,
boy.
I
Is
couldn't.
that what he calls it?
Henry
Yeah.
Winkler,
Yeah.
aka the Fonz. The one thing that I did want to bring up immediately, due to a revelation today that we all had last week when Tony talked about an incense that smelled like your mom's friend from the 90s.
Yes, thank you.
I laughed I thought maybe it was this one mom, and that's really funny to call it that. And then, but he had, his friend said, no, that does smell like it. So Tony was able to come up with a stick of this said smell, and sure enough, we smelled it, and damn it if it wasn't correct. It is indeed
I'm
the
telling
smell
you.
of your friend's mom from the 90s.
So the scientific answer to that was Egyptian musk is what it was called, and apparently that's in like a lot of like perfume or cologne. I mean, I guess perfume or body wash, and I think that's why we're so used to that scent.
Well,
right?
whatever it was, though,
Yeah.
I almost feel
But
like
it's spot on.
No, it is
is.
spot on. Yeah, like
it is. I almost feel like I owe him an apology.
like I didn't grow up in the 90s, so I can't say like oh yeah, that's the 90s childhood best friend's mom sense. To me, it's more like that's an old woman scent. That's what it smelled like to me. It's just like, I don't know, I'll be in public, like if I'm in like a Starbucks or something, I'll walk past somebody, that's what they'll smell like. But yeah.
Winston goes around, one nostril open, taking in the aromas of the nearby citizens.
Do you mind if I smoke? Oh my God, oh my God, okay, hold on. Have you guys ever heard of Jeremy Fragrance? You ever heard of this guy?
No.
His last name is Fragrance?
He goes by Fragrance.
This sounds like one of our jokes.
Oh,
Hey, Anton Yeti and
Yeah.
Jeremy Fragrance. they're
Jeremy
friends.
Fragrance, inventor of fragrance. It's crazy. He's
Of all
a
of them.
scientist. Yeah,
oh my
all
God.
of the smells.
Hold
You ever
on.
have a smell? Thank Jeremy.
So Jeremy Fragrance, he's like, so it says here his on his bio said the #1 fragrance icon that follows the teaching of Jesus. So he's this like I can't tell
What?
I can't tell if he's German or if he's French, but he got long blonde hair and
The Asian guy's going, he's vaguely white.
yeah, he's just a white guy. But he has long blonde hair, and he's like, he always for whatever reason wear a white suit, and like he got the pop collars out, and like
he smells fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shout out our chat doing my job, getting the information that he's German.
He is German. Thank you so much, chat. But anyway, so his whole YouTube channel content is him. He's like collecting fragrance, and he always sprays it, and he shows you like the optimal way of spraying cologne. This is turning into a cologne podcast. We've talked about
Again.
cologne since
Hey,
last
man, we
week,
could all smell better, right?
yeah, but like he do stuff like top 10 fragrances of 2023, top 10 teenager fragrances for teenagers or whatever.
Top 5 ways to spray.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you spray and walk into it? Do you spray directly? He'll tell you.
It's 2 pumps too much.
So here's the thing about Jeremy Fragrance.
Some say not nearly enough.
Oh shit! Hold on, let me see if I can find a clip of it. Every time he runs into a fan, it's always the most uncomfortable. Like
That's because they smelled
situation.
him a mile away.
No,
They knew he was coming.
No. It's always like some teenager, like probably younger than me, will come up and goes, Jeremy, I'm such a big fan of you. Can you guess what fragrance I'm wearing? And he'll grab them by the hair and just stick his nose right up their neck and then just sniff, giving them that touch, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
And just proceed to sniff them and then gave a random guess on what it is.
Is
Oh
he
my
accurate? I hope he has a gift and he's just not creepy.
Half the time he's always wrong, so that's why it's even funnier.
He's like Axe body spray, sexual heat. That's like...
but then like if they say like whatever like scent it is, and he'll be like so disappointed by it. He'll be like, oh, it's terrible. Why would you? Yeah, like it's stuff like that. So hold on, I'm gonna try to find this TikTok.
That's what happens when you go up to an internet celebrity who's known for sniffing. For his last name is Fragrance, for crying out loud. Flagrant fragrance.
Just be like, excuse me, sir. Could you
that's
come
weird.
sniff
Yeah,
me?
I mean, come on. That sounds like awkward consent.
And he's probably making money on whatever videos.
Of course he is. We've got Winston watching them. We've got us hearing the stories about Mr. Fragrance. I mean, you can just give your name any. That's kind of a lame name. That's a little on the nose, isn't it? I'm Jeremy Fragrance.
Was that a pun on the nose?
Sorry, I totally lost my what's it called? My audio for a second just now.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say train of thought.
Train of thought. Yes, exactly.
No. So I'm on TikTok now. I'm looking up Jeremy Fragrance.
This sounds made up.
Yeah, it's so crazy. he just looked like a douche the whole time is what it looks like.
Well, his name's Jeremy Fragrance. I don't know what you expected.
You're right. But I'm so unprepared for stream.
In case
Okay,
they
that
doubted
means-
it was unscripted.
Yeah.
Let's just move on.
Let's just pin that up there. We'll get back to you, Jeremy Fragrance. Now we're going to talk about scrobbles.
Oh,
How many scrobbles do we have?
Okay. All right. Hold on. I found it. I gotta share it. Hold on. I'm sorry, but I need to share it like right now. Can you guys see it?
This is Mr. Fragrance. For the people that can't see this, okay, so this is Mr. Fragrance in an airport with a fan coming up to Mr. Fragrance,
Yes.
who's about
Coming
to
up
say,
to Mr.
come
Fragrance."
sniff me.
Yeah, and see
Take
how
a
Mr.
whiff,
Fragrance
bro.
always wear all white for whatever
Right,
reason.
he's ready for a white party at the drop of a hat. He steps off a plane, he's ready to go.
Exactly. Look at him.
So-
Look at him. Look at the way he's sniffing.
Oh my
his,
gosh,
look at it.
that's
You don't even need to hear it. He's like,
that
I
was-
don't know what scent this is, but it's just, oh my
But
God, it's so
let-
insane.
Man, that was weird. But then again, you're meeting an internet celebrity. That's weird enough, and that's like more bizarre to me than meeting a famous person.
You're a big fan, bro?
Yeah, of course.
Big fan, bro.
I
Yes,
noticed you smell good already when you were next to me.
You know, you can.
that's creepy.
It's super sexy. What's the brand?
It is Sauvage.
It is inappropriate
Sauvage, it's-
touch.
Oh my.
Do you have some aftershave on you too? Man, this guy smells super masculine, although he's just wearing Sauvage.
Did your
Is it
baby
eau de
father
toilette
your
or eau
butt
de
cheeks
parfum?
today?
No, it's platform, you know.
Parfum.
Him saying, "Oh, this
That-
guy's smelling super masculine today,"
that-
is
yeah,
so
that was awkward. That was super awkward
Yeah.
and creepy. He's
It's just him
filming
going,
himself,
oh,
right?
made me so hard smelling
Yeah.
this dude. I'm just
Yeah.
like, we don't need to know. I don't care, man.
So Mr. Fragrance was filming himself as the fan came up to him in the airport, right? I mean,
Yeah,
are we to
yeah.
understand? Yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
that-
But that's not it. There's been a time where he'll be like out walking and somebody come up to him and be like, "Oh, are you Jeremy Fragrance?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, that's me." And then he proceeded goes, "Give me phone, I make photo." And then he just grabbed their phone and took a selfie and handed
What's-
it back.
like this dude's probably from like Kansas, right? You know,
Oh,
he grew up,
yeah.
but he's created this whole persona. I have a vague, indistinguishable European accent. My name
Yeah.
is Jeremy Fragrance.
But
I
yeah,
smell
I just think he's so
wonderful.
funny. Here's the thing: Jeremy Fragrance has been around for a very long time.
I can't take that name seriously.
I've seen him since I was in maybe senior year of high school. So this would have been 4 or 5 years ago. So
Okay,
he's always
Is he
hang
like
been
the
around.
man you see in your dreams or what?
Yes, sort of. He'll be
He's
like,
a-
"Oh, that smells so sexy. I'm so horny right now." Like stuff like that, you know?
Boy, I feel this is what happens when you expose a child to too much internet at a young age. These are the dreams they have.
that's exactly what he said though. But I don't know. He seemed creepy.
Okay.
That's just that normal.
No, he
European
doesn't seem
swagger.
creepy. He is creepy.
Well,
It's
no,
a
I think that's
definitive
just-
line and he's crossed it.
I just think that's what European people are like, you know? It's just
Right.
their culture.
He's European. That was the most
Well, listen,
old
Winston,
white
keep
man
talking.
comment
At least I
right
won't
ever.
be the only person getting yelled at today. It'll be good.
That's like an old guy comment. That's how them Europeans
just a
do
German
it.
guy.
I know.
Oh, but
They
yeah,
all weird
anyway.
over there.
So,
Oh my gosh. Let me ask you, what medium, what platform did you first start
It-
seeing Mr. Fragrance?
It was the TMG guys, the tiny Leap
Midget
Gang
Gang?
podcast.
No.
But they do what we do, where they just kind of sit around and like look up videos of people and shitting on them. And I think that's where Jeremy Fragrance originally came from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, they're I mean, it's funny when somebody's so cheesy or ridiculous, it then gets moved up for that. I learned from my children, there's the one guy on Instagram who calls his wife Pookie and does all these like
That's
nice
right.
things
Yeah,
for
I
you.
just
I'm
saw
like-
him the other day on my TikTok too. I
Yeah.
never blocked somebody so quickly, but
And you're like, clearly this guy's gay, and this seems like the most hokey act I've ever seen. But that's why people watch it too. Just they may think they're cool, but people are also watching it to laugh at them.
yeah, it was just
Because I'm laughing at Mr. Fragrance, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, Mr. Fragrance is he's a character.
Tony,
But
did you know about him before Winston?
Absolutely not.
Thank you, Winston. That's what
I
we learned today.
really do. Trust me, I really when you were telling me about your story of rollerblading through Miami, all I could think of was Jeremy Fragrance. I think he lives in Miami. I don't know. Listen, I
may
would
have passed
love,
him, I'm
I
not
would
sure.
love to have an opportunity to meet Jeremy Fragrance.
This
I
man
would.
is haunting Winston's waking hours.
He's gonna no. He's
I
gonna
would.
sniff
I
your
wouldn't even
neck.
have cologne on, and I'll be like, "Guess what scent I'm wearing?"
It's
He's just
It's sweat
nose up.
Yes.
It's Winston's musk. I hope you enjoy. Oh, to Winston.
Yeah,
That's next to the Egyptian musk scent or
Yeah.
incense is
it's
the
just
Winston musk.
Smells
to
like
be
your
sweaty.
friend's dad from the 30s, I guess is what that would be, right?
I want to be sweaty, and then I want to spray Axe body spray all over me, and then that scent that get mixed up where it's real pungent and
That's
sour.
middle school. That's middle
Yeah.
school.
That's gonna be my incense. I want that to be my incense.
Oh, I was gonna say it smells like boba tea and Sauvage.
Boba tea and Savage. That's just the Asian fuckboy special.
Oh.
So we got derailed because of Jeremy Fragrance, but I was totally gonna ask you guys.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I was totally gonna ask you guys. Have you guys seen that portal up in New York? Have you seen that?
Yes.
Yeah, Brian. So Brian,
Portal.
yeah,
There's
Brian.
a giant.
I know the video game Portal, but I don't know
No,
about
no,
an
no, no,
actual
no,
Good
no.
game.
An actual Portal.
There's like a social experiment thing going on in Times. Is it Times Square?
Times Square, I believe. Yeah.
It's a giant, looks like stone, like Stargate.
Yeah,
almost,
yeah.
but it's a big circular screen.
Yeah.
And one end has a camera pointed into New York, and the other is it Ireland?
It's Dublin. Yeah, Dublin, Ireland. Yeah.
So this started off really neat because there's just people that gather around to
Yeah.
look at each other
You're, like
across the
saying
pond.
hi and stuff.
So it's like
yeah.
it's just like a live
Apparent-
link.
Yes,
like,
but
okay.
apparently it's gone off the rails.
Off the rails.
Of course,
It's
you leave it to
so-
people to make it go off the rails. Good God,
So
Winston,
people
would
are
you like to
sometimes
explain?
hilarious. Oh yeah,
Hold on, so basically it's this social experiment, right? Where they're like, oh, it's supposed to be so that you can see other people. It's sort of like a group FaceTime thing. You can say hi to random people or whatever, and it's on all the time. But putting
It's
this
a live camera feed from New York to Dublin, Ireland.
Yeah. And then I think the first thing that sparked it off was somebody in Dublin put up like a porn video and walks up to the camera and just
Oh,
held it right in
gee.
front
What
of
is
this-
wrong? Why is
so,
that? Why
so
why does
everybody in New
everybody wanna
York
do
see
that?
it. Everybody. Oh no, I think New Yorker did that. So that goes
Yeah,
over
that's-
to Dublin.
That
So then
tracks.
Dublin then responded. Dublin then responded by having a typical day in New York post, and it was the 9/11. They put it up against their screen.
That's the one that I saw.
Come on, man.
But that wasn't the reason why. That wasn't the straw that broke the camel's back. Basically, it was what
Hang
had
on, first,
happened.
let me interject. Old guy's point of view. That's what's wrong with the internet.
Yeah. So
My first thought was, how long is it going to be until someone flashes that camera?
Mm-hmm.
and that's exactly what happened today. That's why they shut
Oh.
it down.
There you go.
Some girl came up in New York,
Ah,
took her shirt up, and just flashed the camera, and that's when they shut it down.
this is why we can't have nice things.
Which is insane. Listen, to generalize Europeans seem to be more okay
brings it
with
back around.
nudity.
yes,
than
we're
America.
terrified of it here in the United States. Yeah,
Right.
We're violence.
yes, violence and gore, fine. Boobs,
Yeah.
No,
way.
yeah,
That's problematic.
right.
Wow, but that's
So to show them nudity and they're like, shut it down.
Yeah, they're like,
But-
it's over. Fun's over. Everybody ended
Yeah.
right now.
Oh,
But
man.
it started off so wholesome because it was people holding up sign that was like,
It always does.
free hugs, free virtual hugs. We
Top
love
of the
you.
morning
It's
to
like-
ya.
Yeah, top of the morning. Everybody saying hi, and then it just kept getting worse.
Oh man, come on.
Went from top of the morning to porn in the morning.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Like
exactly.
that's
So-
horrible.
But I would love for that to be a social experiment in like countries that hate each other. Like I don't know. I would love to see that. I want a portal in North Korea and South Korea. I want one in Pyongyang.
That's called the
and one in-
DMZ. That's the portal. And nobody likes it.
Yeah.
It's already gone wrong.
What actually Winston wants, he wants each side to come up with their own K-pop band and they battle in a sort of like,
Exactly,
Michael
exactly.
Jackson bad video style battle of the K-pop bands.
Let me introduce you to a 70s Coke commercial with a very catchy song.
Oh, really? Is that a real thing?
Have you ever
I've never
seen the I'd Like to Buy the World a Coke?
No, I'm not.
They bring it back every couple Christmases, but it was like a very optimistic, unifying, capitalistic commercial from
should
the
we-
70s.
Should we show Chad what the portal looked like, just so people?
Well, yeah, I'd love to see what the portal looks
Okay,
like.
hold
I did
on, I'll-
not I did not get that bit of news. Remember,
go
I'm like
ahead.
3 or 4 days from now I'll probably hear about this.
All right, here it is.
Okay, so it's like
There
a
he
live
goes.
portal into Ireland.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
so
just-
on that
just going
side,
down
that's
the street?
island there. Yeah, and then
Is that all people do? Is stand in front of the camera all day and take pictures of them on? Take pictures.
taking picture of other people, I suppose. But yeah,
Oh.
here it is. It's right in front of the Flatiron Building.
Cool.
Um,
24/7. Is this thing's on?
Wait, they say locations.
Portal
there's
locations on
multiple?
Earth. What? We can look
Oh.
into Africa. Okay, so now.
Oh, okay, here we go. Lithuania, Poland, New York, and Dublin.
Ireland.
That's it. So I'm assuming
Which one's blurry and offline now?
That's announced.
That's the porn portal.
That's that's a
You gotta blur that one.
The OnlyFans portal right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, jeez.
Um,
So this is cool. So just to explain this
check
is
it out.
like
Check it out. We can host a portal. Oh,
in
yeah. We should really
Winston's
get one here.
bedroom. If you want to see what's going on in there, and then you can have an entire city. Maybe we'll have Portugal peer into your bedroom, or
Exactly.
maybe Vietnam.
Again, you put one of these in downtown Atlanta, it's going to go bad.
So
There's going to be
quickly.
gonna be
17 rap videos filmed in front of it within minutes.
Margot Robbie
And
said,
homeless
"What
people smoking crack.
Margot Robbie said, "What an amazing concept! I love that." Grimes, who
Yeah.
cares what Grimes had to say? at a
Great
time like this?
concept, poor execution.
Oh, terrible execution. Yeah,
What group is putting this on? This is an art
This is-
collective or something, or
it's the Portal Group. Their
Portals.
name is literally Portal.
Peter Portal. And then what's going to happen is they'll start having, here, your ad here, and then you get to advertise around the portal as you're looking into another country. You're also staring at, like a Pennzoil ad, like the NASCARs.
But I don't get it though. I mean, all this is just a public group FaceTime is what I see it as.
How often
That's
do you
it.
get to FaceTime with people in Ireland?
It's a
Oh, look at
public
this.
on the street version of
I tell you, I hate artists with a passion. They said, "Do portals have audio?" If you were a normal person, you just say no. It said, "Portal invite us to meet above the language barrier and connect using only global language known to all humankind, the body
Yes,
language."
Nudity.
This-
Apparently,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
we tried that and they
exactly.
said no.
But
No,
it's
this is like Omegle.
exactly. That's all
It's like Omegle. And again, everybody knows what happens on that site if you go more than 30 seconds.
I know what that is. I heard about it with what it was. It was like
It was that and Chatroulette.
Chatroulette. I think
Chatroulette,
is what I heard
yeah.
about. And then
Where you just turn it's a site you go on with a webcam and your
It
mic,
is-
and it just randomly gives you another person
Yeah.
on the
It is-
website
it
to
is
talk
a
to.
But I thought
automated-
you have to have an interest, right? Like you fill out in a blank like what your interest is, and they would
Maybe
have
at
this-
one point in time.
Yeah,
When I heard about what this was, I was like, this is automated talking to strangers online. This is actually
Yeah.
what has been said not to do. This whole service is about doing that very thing.
Yes,
Of, like,
but,
putting-
you're not
that-
talking. You can't talk to them, but you can flash them. But
not through the port. We're talking about the website.
yeah.
We're talking about
Oh yeah.
Chatroulette.
So talking to people on Chatroulette is, man, it's terrible. It's a dark place. A lot of
So did you
lot of
guys
bad
use
people
that?
on there. No, I refuse to. That was one of those plays I avoided as a kid.
I did. I used it whenever I was in college just to try it out. Whenever I had first heard about it, I don't know if it's when the website started.
So you
but
just talk to random people and then
you just talk to
Yeah.
random people. At that point in time, nobody had found other uses for it yet.
Other usage, if you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
lucrative
Yeah.
uses,
You
huh?
weren't always seeing people's faces. We'll say that.
right.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. You see them with their just wrestling. With
See
their,
another, usually see other heads.
Yeah, right. So
But
no, so I'm asking, like, I learned about this site from reading about it in an article when I guess it clearly got to the point you guys are referencing. But so you knew about it, Winston, but you're like, no, that's weird. I'm staying away. And
Yeah.
Tony used it like, what? This is new. What is this all about? I'm going to talk to a random stranger.
Don't get me wrong, the concept seemed cool. Like
Mhm.
there's, like especially if you get to meet somebody that's like say across the world. Like say if Tony is here in America and he randomly matched with somebody that's in say like North Korea again, that would be insane.
I don't
first
think
of all.
their internet connects to ours, but that's okay.
There's I mean probably one or two person there have it.
So that person has to also speak English because I don't know that Tony is up on his
Yeah.
Korean.
And that's what I was
northern
gonna
dialect.
that's what I was gonna say was I follow this guy on TikTok and his content is he goes on these type of like website, I think since it got shut down now, Omegle got shut down. but he would like match with people who's in other country and he knows a lot of language. So he'll speak that language to those people. And I'm like, that's a
Yes.
great concept. I love watching that.
Those are the sort of TikToks that I get. I do.
Yeah.
If it's the same guy that I'm thinking of, yeah.
Is it the guy with like he kind of looked like Elijah Woods-ish?
I can see that. Yeah.
Okay.
But
We're
it's
thinking
a
about
lot
the same guy.
of Chinese.
Yeah,
He'll
exactly. Yeah.
meet with people and be like play dumb and talk to
and then
them.
just proceed to flirt with them right afterwards. It was just like, what's going on here, man?
That's real weird. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, Omega was one of those things. Like I said, I kind of knew the reputation it had because I guess I found out about it way later than Tony did. So that's why I was like, I'm not gonna stick around here and find things that
Creepy
I don't
old dudes
see.
on Omegle looking.
Yeah, it's a party. It's a lemon party for sure up there. But,
Ooh, yeah.
yeah,
Well,
it sure is.
no, it's not that old, but
It would be cool if one of these days we can actually, if Omega or something is still working, where all three of us somehow can like get on it and just join different. What's it called? I think that would be pretty funny.
be interesting.
So we could all end up like this chatting? Is that what you mean? Like all three of us? Is it video
Oh.
or is it text?
It's video.
It's video.
That's the whole
yeah.
point. Yeah. I've mentioned that I discovered this website in in college. Let's see if we have any
Pause.
good
Awkward
college
pause.
stories.
Oh, college stories. Okay, I'm like, what
College
website?
stories.
Oh, this website that we're talking about, the Omegle, was
Oh,
in college.
Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
College story, like what specifically? Like
Just anything of interest. This topic was prompted by a story that I have. If you have something,
If
I
you want to go
do.
first, I'm still thinking.
Yeah,
But I-
Winston, you did 4 years of college. Surely there's something interesting that
I
you
never
could tell
stayed on
us.
campus. I stayed with my parents, and I just went to school and then work and then home, and that was it.
You
There
never
was
did a cake
nothing
stand.
crazy that went on in any of your classes.
Well, I mean, I guess nothing crazy happened, but I do have a poster in my face at school. Like
Most wanted poster or what?
no. It was
Lynn Rider.
I'm like I'm like a representative for like the old department that I was a major in. So like,
Yeah? Are
yeah,
you a
I mean, I
stock
guess-
photo?
yeah, no, quite literally. They were like, "Can you pose like this?" And I did.
White kid,
and so
Asian
then they're
kid,
like,
black
yeah,
kid, Indian kid.
yeah. They had to make sure. So funny enough, when
I'm probably
that
not
happened.
joking.
No. So when that happened, I texted a bunch of my friends and somebody said, man, they really got to keep it diverse here, huh? And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about you saying that, you know? But
Was he white?
yeah.
Yes, of course,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like this was around the time of like the whole like stop Asian hate movement was the thing, because like a lot of Asian people was getting beat up for like the freaking COVID stuff. So they were all like, man, they're really trying to keep down the whole stop Asian hate thing going. And so that's why like they were like, yeah, this is probably why they put you on the poster. And I'm just like,
Gosh. I felt used.
One guy
yeah.
eats something bad and causes a global epidemic, and they think everybody from Asia should have to pay for it,
Yep,
which is
yep.
again,
yeah.
it's sleepy
That-
Tony logic, where it just
Yeah,
like,
it's-
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, that shows you how small the American view is.
Yeah.
There's only one type. Yeah.
Right. And so, but anyway, like all the teacher or professor in my department was like, yeah, let's have Winston. He's a good student. He's a good kid. Let's put him on a poster. And so they all came together, voted for me or whatever. And
Really? It was a
then-
contest? Was
yeah.
it like American Idol?
No.
You just
It
didn't have
was
to perform?
we weren't aware
Beauty
of it.
pageant?
We
looks
weren't
pretty
aware
Asian
of
to
it,
me.
but we got like, I got an email about it. It was like, hey, just to let you know, like all the professor kind of voted for you to be like a representative for the department. So I was like, oh, okay. So they told me to show up to this photo studio room at the on campus, but then like I shows up and I'm standing there and it goes, okay, now pose like you're thinking like real hard. So I did
Wear the
this at first.
sash.
Yeah.
Next, take off your
Yeah,
shirt.
Right. Yeah. Unbutton it slowly. I was sitting on that black couch over there.
And now a PSA from the Fonz.
Yeah, exactly. Let me tell you about
Oh,
so anyway, so then they're like pretend like you're looking up and you're thinking about your career path and what you want to do. I was like, okay, and so I did
she
this.
looks real disappointed.
And yeah.
Hmm.
And so I was thinking about it, and then like they took the photo, and immediately right after I graduated. So I never got to see this poster.
Immediately?
Immediately.
They
That
set you
was
up with
his
the photo.
final
she-
requirement.
with
That's
the
it.
cap
Get
and
them
gown
out
on
of
and
here.
walk
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, they're like, get him the fuck out of here. So I left. And yeah. Yeah. And so I walk on stage immediately. I started working or whatever. One day I'm just chilling at the office and I get a text from my friend, and it's a girl from middle school. Like I've known her since middle school and we haven't talked in years. And she just sent me a video and I see my face on it. And I'm like, oh fuck. So I open it and sure enough, it was my face on the poster.
Are
And
you
they
like all
had-
over campus?
I'm in one building on campus and people goes through that building all the time. It's a picture of me again sitting and thinking like this, and there's like bubbles popping up. Yeah, it's like bubbles popping up about different ideas and career path that I might choose. And it was like, oh, this department is yada yada, and I have a film degree, right? So it's the film department, and it's like you can go into like audio mixing, you can go into filmmaking and directing, and here I am doing a podcast. But anyway, so then like
Dreams do come true.
she recorded the video and she goes, oh, I'm actually friend with a local celebrity. This is so crazy. I'm like, yo, bro, don't ever send that to me ever again. She had posted it on Instagram. I texted her and goes, yo, take this down right now. Yeah. And so she took it down. I was like, I don't want people to see this. And she was like, I got you.
This all reminds me of a bit from Friends.
Yeah.
Where Joey does a like film shoot, and then he finds out later that they used his like headshot for a venereal disease poster, and it's all over the city.
I remember that.
And it's just him on this poster, like, there's something I forgot to tell you. And he's like, no. So he's like trying to date chicks. She's like, no, I know that I look like that guy, but I promise I don't have anything.
So that's the funniest part is the other day I had a little mini reunion with some of my friends from high school, and they went to the same college I did, but like years after me. And I met up with him. I'm talking, and he goes, "Hey, man, I saw your face at campus." I was like,
"Oh my gosh,
you're joking!" Like, yeah, like for the last few years, it's still there. And I'm like, oh God. I was like, what building is it in? And they were like, yeah, it gets swapped out all the time. I'm like, what do you mean it gets swapped out all the time?
Because seasonal? You make a seasonal resurgence?
No, it's just like depends on, like, sometimes they'll take the poster down and bring it to a different building and then hang it up there. So like
you're making the rounds.
Yeah. They're like, oh, Winston poster is up. Yeah, that's how we know the summer's around the corner type of thing.
I think it would be great if people around campus knew about this and were just like, uh-oh, the Winston poster's moved, and it's like a new Easter egg hunt to go find where the poster's gone.
It's a game. Game. Oh man!
Whoever finds it first, there's a 20 hidden behind it.
Exactly.
You gotta find it. I want to see a picture of that.
I gotta find it.
I want to see a poster-sized Winston, a pensive.
I don't want to like
future.
show up on campus to look for this, because I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna get out my car. To, holy shit!
Hey, you look like that poster guy.
Oh my God! It's like guess what fragrance I'm wearing. They're asking for selfies. Oh no, they're not asking for one. I'm like, give me phone. I'd make photos of us.
Where's this guy from? He's got a really strange accent.
Yeah,
he's not Vietnamese at all.
Brian's up.
No. I want to hear yours first.
Oh, we want to hear mine. Okay. Yes. Oh boy. So
the topic of college story, I mean, that's so wide open. That could encompass anything.
Yeah.
I had a really boring college career.
I did not
have much. Yeah.
I sort of feel like I did too, but there was all right. So this was freshman year. I'm a band nerd. I was in marching band. It was a Friday night. I've got to get up early the next morning because I've got band stuff to do before football game starts. On this particular evening, it was just me and one of my roommates. How many
roommates did you have?
We had these weird things called, it was a quad, but it was a communal living room kitchen area, and there were 3 bedrooms off of that, each with 2 guys in it each.
So you only had to share a bathroom with one other person?
Yes, each bedroom had its own bathroom. It's fantastic.
That is fantastic.
So it was just me and this buddy of mine who lived in the bedroom across the living area. And side story, nice guy. He was like 164th Native American, like the smallest drop.
Was he rolling on a scholarship?
All about it. I don't know.
But
boy, he was
is
so
crazy.
It was something small, and he was all about
This
it,
was
man.
before DNA testing, right? Your
So-
23andMe's and your
Yeah.
Despite his name being
Ancestry.
Ryan,
Yeah.
I just called him Chief.
Yo,
Y'all just called him
that's
Chief.
so
and he
that
was-
would be
he was
deemed
cool with it.
100% not
Yeah.
okay this
Yeah.
day. What year was
You
that?
can't say that.
No, you cannot.
2006.
Yeah. It's still early internet day. It's okay.
It's like, hey, bud. Hey, man. Hey, Chief. And it just,
Buddy, guy.
we landed,
sport.
yeah.
Chief
so we
sounds
landed
better.
on Chief, and it
Yeah,
was
we-
okay. He was okay with it.
That's
Of course he
Um,
was. That's
so-
what school's getting paid for.
Yeah.
So it's just me and Chief that evening, and I've gone
Was he
to
a big
bed.
dude? I feel like he's a big dude.
He has to be
He was 6'2".
Okay, good.
But
Yeah,
he
no,
wasn't
that's good.
built big. He was a
That's fine.
he was all
6'2", 6'2" deserves a chief nickname.
yeah.
Yeah.
The building next door, there was some sort of, these people decided that it's like 11:30 and they're having like a yard party.
Yard party.
And I'd
Yard
like
party.
Hard yardy.
we had some stricter rules at my conservative Christian college, and one of them that I knew for sure was there's a freaking quiet hour.
There was a quiet hour?
You just it's like a noise ordinance thing anywhere where it's just like, hey,
What time?
at this point in time, knock
What
it
time?
off. I don't
11?
know. It's
You don't know what the quiet hour
It was
was?
a Christian. It was a Christian college.
it
so
was
it's
2006.
7.
I don't remember.
It was 7 p.m. Brian.
No, I wasn't that early, but I knew it was
8 p.m. when it's
before
after the
11:30.
harvest.
It was Bible study time, and they
Yes.
were outside being rambunctious, and Tony
They
was
had
not
like
having
They
it.
had like a grill going and like a big speaker they were playing music on, and it's just like quiet hour was before 11:30. That much I knew, and I'm trying to get some sleep because I got to be up early, and I understand it's a Friday, but listen, people have lives. So I'm laying in bed, I'm getting irritated. I'm thinking talk about getting mad. I'm so close. So I go outside, and it was like our sidewalk, and there were some stone stairs, and then the sidewalk to the next building, and that's where they all were.
No, just quiet down.
I stood, yeah. Listen, I went outside the first time, and I was like, hey, I'm trying to sleep. It's past quiet hour. Can you just turn it down? I don't need you to leave. I don't need you to stop. I just need you to turn the music down. It's way too loud.
What were they bumping? Can you remember any songs that
Nope,
were playing?
'cause
Oh,
What year
come
was
on.
this?
I'm so close to seeing red. I'm
Right.
so
What year-
angry
what
and
year?
tired.
It's Black and
Winston-
Yellow by Wiz Khalifa.
Listen, song about the Steelers, I might have been okay with that. It was not Black and Yellow.
Oh.
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what it was, but I'm just getting mad. I go back inside.
What year was
Nothing
it? Winston?
changes.
We need to find out.
2006.
2006. What were like the
2006,
top songs of 2006? I want to know what was blaring while Tony's blood
probably
is
probably
curdling.
Low
So-
by Flo Rida.
I give him some time. I try to go back to sleep. Nothing's changed. I go out maybe 15 minutes later, stand at the top
Oh
of the
my
stairs.
god, it has to be Sexy Bag. Sexy Bag was definitely
It was
playing.
not. It was not. I go to the top of the stairs again, and I'm a bit angrier this time, and I shout down, hey, turn it down. I'm trying to sleep.
Gosh darn it.
Right.
Gosh darn it.
I'm
Damn
18,
flabbit.
19, but I've got the heart of a 75-year-old. I'm like, get off the lawn, go to bed. You know?
Whippersnappers.
Yeah. Nothing changes. And Chief sees me walking in and out, and he's
Chief.
just having a good chuckle at me. Eventually, I'm like,
Is Chief hanging out at the party?
he's like sitting at his desk on his computer in his doorway. So he sees me walking back and
He
forth.
sees you angry, huh?
Yes. Freshman Tony is 5'11" and 150 pounds. Like I'm not a
Soaking wet.
threat. Yeah, I'm not a threat. So that's why nothing's happening. So I go back in my room and I go, all right, whatever. I don't know what the next step is, but I'm about to figure it out here. So I look around the room and I'm going,
Fisticuffs.
what can
That's
I
the
do?
next step.
For some reason, my brain goes, you got a fun pack of M&Ms. Just open that up and chuck them down the stairs. So again, in my angry, tired mind, I go,
That'll
perfect
show.
idea.
That'll show.
Perfect idea.
That'll show.
This
Yeah,
is
totally
the
M&M
solution
assault.
right here. The solution melts in your mouth, not in your hand. So I go
Freaking Peggy
outside,
with them.
stand at the top of the stairs for the third time, and I
The
go,
third and last time.
turn the music off. I'm trying to sleep, and I turn this handful of M&Ms, and I turn around and I go back, and as soon as my hand touches the front door,
It's locked.
I hear the music turn off and somebody yell, "Who's throwing M&Ms?" So I'm no longer tired and angry. I am immediately terrified.
Oh,
The
I thought it
vibe
would have
has immediately
I-
changed.
no, Tony. I really thought that once you turn around, the door was locked, so that you just had to stand there. That's what I thought was gonna happen, and that would have been 10 times funnier. Oh,
I
Oh.
open the door, then it locks.
Oh my
I
goodness.
open the door, lock the door, close the blinds,
Where's Chief?
start walking to my room. Chief looks out the door and just goes, "What have you done?" And I just go, "I'm
Go to
not
bed."
here. I'm not here."
yeah.
Of course, moments later, some dude's outside pounding on the door. Joe, who's in there throwing M&Ms? I saw him come in here. Get out here right now. This dude's going off. And I'm like standing around the
man.
corner so that they can't even look in the windows to see me. And Chief's going, "I'm not dealing with it. You got to deal with this. This is your mess." And I'm going, I got it. Don't worry.
Do you still talk
So-
to Chief?
No.
Oh, that's
No.
too bad.
He went back
I
to
go,
his village.
Listen, I'm not fighting my way out of this. No, look at me. This is not going to happen.
People
I
are
go,
gonna seriously beat somebody up for
I'm-
throwing M&Ms at him?
listen, so hold on. I go, I can talk my way out. I know I can do that. I open the door
Automatically solve this
like
problem.
this. I open the door. I go, guys, what's
going on right now?
I'm in here
I'm sure
trying
you
to
didn't
sleep. What's
oversell that
going
at all.
on? And I open the door, and there's just this huge jacked dude standing in the door, like huffing and puffing, and like he's mad. And there's some little dude behind him jumping around. Yeah, someone's gonna get it. Yeah, and I'm just like, what is happening? Like it's another strange party now outside my door directly. So, and this other dude's just standing like stock still, and I'm like, he's gonna cold cock me any moment.
Yeah.
I'm just feeling
First
it.
of all, bro,
So-
put on your shirt. I'm
Yeah.
So he was not shirtless, but he in my
That's
head.
how
he
I
could have
picture.
been.
That's how I picture it.
He's giving it
So-
shirtless energy. Yeah.
He's just going, "Who's in here throwing M&Ms? I saw him come in here. Tell him come out." I go,
I saw him.
"I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm trying to get some sleep. You guys are blaring music." So at this point in time, Chief has poked his head outside his room and saw this guy, and him though ready for a fight.
Chief
So
or
Chief. Chief goes,
Yeah.
"Nah."
It's that
So he comes up
164
and, like,
of him coming
Yeah,
in.
he comes up behind me. He's like, "We got problems here. You got an issue." So then they start getting into it. And at this point in time, for some reason, now it's loud enough that the RA comes and is like,
He finally
"What's
wakes
going
up.
on here?" And like starts breaking it up. "Somebody in here throwing M&Ms. We're trying to have we're down here." It's just like, so I called the guy in, closed the door, and explained the situation. I went, "Listen, I went out multiple times, told them to keep it down. We're way past time that it should be quieter than it is. I'm trying to sleep. I got to get up in the morning. These guys, I don't know what they're doing, but they're being loud. They're being disrespectful. They're not listening to me."
Oh,
So
man,
yes, if he's saying somebody threw M&Ms, it was me because I got sick and
because I
tired
was
of
mad. Assault with
So-
M&Ms.
he goes out, calms this guy down, tells them to knock it off. They go down the stairs. He comes back into me. He's like, "It's resolved. You shouldn't have done what you did. Don't do it again."
What,
I
somebody get hurt?
told them to stop. Everything's fine now. He leaves, immediately playing music again. Nothing has changed.
All right,
I
that's
close the
respect.
door, lock the door. I walk past Chief's room. He's sitting in there laughing at me, and he just goes, "All right, what did we learn?" And I just went, in all seriousness, I just looked at him and I went, "Those people don't like M&Ms." And I went back to bed.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I was so
Oh,
done.
man.
I was so
I've
done.
I've now realized if I ever want like free M&M, I'm just gonna show up outside Tony's yard, pumping freaking
Yeah.
promiscuous
Yeah.
girl on max, and just wait for the M&Ms to rain from the sky.
That's
Hey,
very
Brian,
bizarre. Oh, no, go ahead.
You got more lights in your room?
Yeah.
Since we're on video.
Chat's saying,
Chat's like, it's Twilight for Brian.
Brian's disappearing.
I look best in this light. All right, you guys get. This is where you guys have your own. This is a duo talk show. I'll be back after a moment. If I come back and it's nothing but K-pop and Marvel, I'm gonna be pissed.
Let's pull up some WWE clips while he's gone.
Okay. King and Queen of the Rings coming up soon. We can talk about that.
Well, hold on. Let me address chat while we're here. Somebody says, Falcons and Steelers against
Falcons
Steelers.
open against the Steelers. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I think it's in Atlanta, which would be great. Here we go.
Whoever said let's talk K-pop. I love that actually. Let's do that.
Winston's got his K-pop American flag flying.
Oh man, it's outside. Otherwise, I would wear it around my my neck like it's a freaking war banner. This is the segment we like to call interacting with chat. Chat, if you guys have any question about Brian's, please put it in here and we can we'll answer them.
We've got speculations for
somebody asked what's the K-pop
winners?
American flag? Hold on, let me pull up a picture of it.
What did I call her? Winston sent me a picture whenever he got it, and I just made up Korean noises that sounded like a name, and he's like, "Yeah, that's pretty close." I was like, I can't freaking believe it.
It's like it's close enough. Here it is. Here you go, Chad. This is the K-pop American flag.
What's her name again?
Chaewon.
Chaewon.
Yeah. This is my president. This is who I serve. Oh shit, Brian's back. Hold on.
I just feel like I walked in on somebody.
America. I'm sorry.
I feel like I just walked in somebody watching something they weren't supposed to, and immediately shutting down.
Winston immediately slammed the laptop closed. No, wait.
Yeah,
no, we were checking movie times.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's what we were doing.
If you know the name of the movie you'd like to see, press 1.
What's that? I've never heard of this.
Welcome to movie.
Why don't you just tell me the name of the movie you'd like to see?
No, what is movie time? What is that?
Moviefone.
What is that? I've never heard of it. You guys are gonna have to explain that to me.
Oh man, so the oh man is not that you don't know it. The oh man is because this is
dead and gone.
It's when we describe stuff like this, I'm like, this sounds half of this stuff sounds made up because it's so ridiculous.
Is it phone with a PHO or is it phone with an F?
It's Moviefone. No, it was a number, and back before you had your phone to check movie times, you either A, looked in the paper to see when movies were playing, then this amazing invention came along, Moviefone, which as far as I know, it never cost any, I don't know how they made any money. I mean, I don't know if they got a cut from
listen to the movie the whole time?
No, the guy would call up and he would say, welcome what is it now I can't even now that I'm thinking about it, welcome to Moviefone, right? And then you would, if you know the name of the movie press 1, and then you dial it in with you text it in with the, what is it, Tony, the 7-9 or 9, the text where you have to dial the 3 things.
Yes.
What is that called?
Let me look.
So if I wanted to watch, say, Blazing Saddle.
Okay, so you would go to the number 1. You'd press the number 1 twice to get to B.
Somebody in chat said T9. I don't know.
T9. That's
T9.
it.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you, man. I love having
this
chat.
This is
now.
great.
Like,
Chat is great. Yeah,
like an extra producer checking us on our facts. Because
now,
as we've mentioned, this is loosely based everything we talk about.
Now you're going off texting. I always thought it was, because I don't remember using Moviefone, but I'm aware of it. I assumed that it was a thing where you called in and would like give your zip code, and then it would give you a list of movies playing, and it would be like, oh, this movie is number 1, this movie is number 2, and you go, that's the one. So you hit 2 and it goes, it's playing at this theater.
No, I think you would be able to like locate your theater, but the whole thing is, I remember, if you know the name of your movie, and then you would put in like the first 3 letters, like if you selected Blazing Saddles, press 1, and then you'd go boom, and then you would put in the theater that you want to hear, then it'll read back the times that the show was playing.
Chat said, often. Why didn't you call the theater directly? I didn't.
Because it's a bunch of teenagers.
Yeah, they didn't do that. Yeah, if you called that was not an advertised option. It might have been an option, but we never thought about it. Yeah,
I didn't even know it was an option to call the theater.
I don't know that it was back then. I mean, you'd have to.
I don't know that it is now.
Yeah, and
it's definitely not now.
There's no internet, so it's like, it's
It
primitive
was
times,
go
primitive
find
times, man.
somebody who's got the latest newspaper and look
Yeah.
in that section.
And then but it was fairly reliable. I mean, it worked. I mean, it really did work, because the movie times would be the movie times for the week. And if you had that week's paper, you're like, okay, these are the good movie times.
It was also a time. Oh, we got our Seinfeld reference.
What does that
Season
mean?
7, episode 8. Kramer, I think. I could be
Yes,
completely wrong.
that's right.
I wanna look it up.
Kramer's number gets confused with Moviephones, and
It's a
he
whole
starts
gag.
trying to be Moviefone.
Hello, and welcome to Moviefone. If you know the name of the movie you'd like to see, press 1.
So, like what Brian was saying, he's like, type in the name of the movie you'd like to see. But all he's hearing is button tones.
Yeah, so he's,
So he's just like, why don't you tell me the movie you'd like to see?
yeah. It was a thing. I mean, it was a very it was great. The immediate solution to not having a or a paper handy is you could, that was the earliest ways of getting information from your phone. But
This was also in a day and age where you probably knew movies that were coming out, and
yes,
you couldn't buy your tickets online anyways, so you would just
right.
go to the theater. Like, oh, that's the plan, is to go to the movies. You didn't always go to see a specific movie. You just went to the movies, and when you showed up, what are they showing, and maybe what's showing next, and that's what we're going to go see.
So, did you guys ever had to, like, back in the day, did you ever had the option to like pick your seats, or was it just like, people...
No, it was first come, first serve tickets and seats, man.
And
there was no recliners. There was no.
If you come early enough, then you can get the good seats, right? It's not assigned seating. Okay,
that's it. So oftentimes you would queue up early to make sure that you got tickets. At all, and that you were first in line for seats.
So that's what I'm like imagining for like movies that were huge, like say Star Wars and stuff. Like
Star Wars, man. People bought their it was great because it added this like excitement of like the people that were there were making an effort, so that like we're fans, we want to make
and
sure
that's why they're like dressed up and sitting.
And it ends up being like a mini convention. Like everybody's here excited for the same thing, and then you like make friends in line and
right.
You've been to a Star Wars convention?
I have, yes.
Have you, Brian?
I've been to no conventions.
Speaking of convention, actually.
What?
Speaking of convention, did you guys hear there was a furry convention that happened here in Atlanta like over the weekend or something like that?
No, but we did say that whenever we find out weird coincidental things are glitches in the Matrix, we would
That's
mention them.
true. So yes, give the basic backstory of the glitches in the Matrix. We talked about furries, I guess last.
We talked about the International Mascot Corporation.
That's right.
Which
That's
led
all we
to
talked
Winston
about.
voicing his support for the furries.
Yeah.
And then a friend of ours was in town and had furry spottings throughout Atlanta. Is that correct?
No. He was flying in from Colorado, and while he was at the airport, he saw 5 to 10 dudes with their furry suit and their fursona mask. Just
their
chilling.
fursona? That's what it's called.
It's fursona. And so they got it.
Were they guys? Were they guys? Are we sure that they're guys?
We don't know.
They
probably.
were dudes.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make
dudes.
a wild ass guess here and say probably dudes.
They were all dudes. They were all dudes. Listen, we talked about this before, but it's all dudes. It's mostly all dudes. Listen, you grow up, you're watching freaking Lola Bunny, right? No reason for her to be that hot.
Right. You're right.
Yeah. Who else? What'd you say from the Robin Hood movie?
Maid Marian.
Maid Marian.
Yeah, see?
and Judy Hopps.
Judy Hopps.
You're covered all generations.
Right, but Judy Hopps is definitely like later on, right? For like younger
he's
I
covering
know,
this,
but they're still rolling kids through the
He's saying they're still
furry
there.
trough. Yeah.
That's why Pixar like did so much to like force correct what they did wrong. I don't know. Like look at that's why they went and made Elastic Girl so hot for no reason.
I was listening. I was gonna mention it.
It was Elastic Girl. No, Aunt Cass from like Big Hero 6 for like absolutely no reason.
He was
yeah. They were like, we kind of messed up, guys. We're gonna.
Did they mess up? I don't think they did at all.
I think the mouse say for every like one hot animal character, you gotta like churn out like 2 hot mature women.
We've run the numbers, fellas. Okay, if we go beyond
this is how we keep them from coming back, guys.
Yeah.
We're covering all demographics.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway,
Don't
so,
eliminate them. Just stick to the ratio.
right. Back to the furry conversation. So obviously our friend saw like 5 or 6 guys flying in from Colorado.
Do you laugh? Do you point? Do you obviously get out your phone and take pictures? That's
he
for sure.
texted me. That was the first thing he did. He texted me. He said, "Dude,
You had picture proof. This was not BS, huh?
Yeah, it was picture proof. It was a little far away, so we can clearly see
Still,
it.
though, I don't think you can mistake a man walking through a concourse.
Yeah.
The concourse with a tail.
He randomly texted me out of the blue, and he goes, brother, tell me why I'm on this plane with a bunch of furries, like multiple furries. And I said, wait, are they in the fursuit? He said, some of them are carrying their heads. And I'm like, that's insane.
They're multiplying like rabbits, man.
Yeah.
That's why there's so many of them.
Right.
Yeah, it's all dudes. They're not doing any of that.
And so, you know,
again, assumptions.
Right. And I went and looked it up. It was furry convention weekend here in Atlanta from the 9th to the 12th. And
what is it called? Is it FurryCon? Is furry condescending? Is that a negative term?
I don't think so. I think that's
what's the one.
It's called Furry Weekend Atlanta.
Oh, jeez, that sounds so bad. Tony made such a face.
It's at the Marquee, by the way. That's where
the one. There's a big one in Pittsburgh that everybody knows of, and the only I'm going to preface this. The only reason I'm going to roll this off the top of my head was because this was a conversation in our text group, and I've already looked at the name of it. But theirs is called Anthrocon.
Anthrocon. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Like they do like Dragon Con in Atlanta here. Like they do a parade out in the streets.
All of the I'm assuming that stands for anthropomorphic. Okay, yeah. See, like they missed like furry in the pit. That would have been a good one for
But my favorite thing that came out of the whole furry thing was like I was talking to our friend again, and he goes, yeah, I just don't understand how anybody could like, you know, be into that thing. I was like, and I made the joke. I goes, oh, it's just you've never been part of the pack, bro. That's what it is. You're gonna be part of the pack, and you'll be one with the family. And they're like, but you never see them by themselves. They're always with a group, because
that's embarrassing as hell to do it by yourself.
No, because they're like wolves.
Not once you cover your face,
they travel in herds.
They're packs.
Yeah, they're a pack. They're gonna travel together. They hunt together.
They do that so they don't get their ass kicked. That's the only reason they do that.
Strength in numbers.
Yes.
People who are into like, you know, being furries or whatever are like extremely rich. Because I mean, those suits aren't cheap, and not only are they not cheap, you also have to pay for your own character design. So you gotta find an artist, pay them to get a design drawn up, then you gotta take that design to a shop and then be like, hey, I need this suit made, and then proceed to pay for it.
Winston knows a lot about the ins and outs of how this works.
Is there no Lola bunnies on the shelf that I can pick up?
No, but
they're all custom.
You can't. No, you have to have your persona, Brian. You can't just show up like as a store bought, you know, furry. Like
that's why
you're gonna look like 10 other dudes. Yeah, you know, you gotta come as
you can't show up wearing the same dress as another man.
Exactly, Brian. You gotta bring your own persona to the party.
You might as well turn up as Slave Leia. That's lame.
I wonder if I can wear like Tony the Tiger, like, you know, costume too. Like,
do they modify them like Tony the Tiger and Speedos?
You can't show up as a licensed character, man. That's what you just said.
They'll take me out back and just kill me.
So you got to modify it so it's not a 100% copyright violation.
You just got to make up your own thing.
You have to have your own character, Brian. You have to. It's like D&D character creation. It has to resonate with you for that to be your character.
I can't be the Warner Brothers frog and show up and sing "Hello, My Baby" with a top hat.
No, because there's no furs on frogs. You have to have furs. You got to be a cat, a fox, a dog, or something along
I
that
bet
line.
you know, because I bet you there's like bird and snake people too.
You think so? All right. So
at the level that they're at, I guarantee.
Where did this con take place in Atlanta? I seem to avoid it the whole weekend.
It was the hotel at the Marquee Hotel, Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta Marriott Marquee is where it was. Yeah,
the Motel 6, South Atlanta airport location.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm gonna share my screen again here. When you think of furry, this is what you kind of think of, right? Like these cartoons.
I really don't think of it until you bring these things up, and I forget these things actually. These are actual people.
Brian's going, I'm really trying not to.
So this is what an actual like furry in America is kind of look like. See, they're kind of like just different version of dogs and stuff.
Furry in America, a report.
You mentioned Chinese furry.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. They're doing the Thriller dance, Brian. You would love these guys.
So these are for all of the kids across America that never got picked to be their high school mascot, and
look at how
they're living out
thick
their
they are,
dreams.
though. Why are they so thick for no
That's
reason?
frightening. Yeah, for no reason.
Look at how creepy this guy is right here.
By this guy, do you mean all of them?
Yeah. Oh, look at this. This is freaking sick. Okay, that's a cool costume. I'll give it to him.
Winston's getting way too into this accidentally.
Yeah, he's suddenly like, hey, maybe these guys aren't so bad.
Like he's tiptoed to the edge of this pit to look in, and it's crumbling underneath him, and he's trying to claw his way back out right now.
Okay, so anyway, let me get us out of here before it's too late. So this is what an American furry looked like, right?
Yes. Okay.
So they all look like variations of Paw Puppies or Paw Patrol.
They're Paw Patrol, yes. But China has taken being a furry to the next level. China always trying to one up America at all time. So I'm gonna show everyone, including Chad, what Chinese,
especially Chad, because they're the only one watching. The amount of beldings in this episode are insane.
They look nothing like American furry.
What they have done is turned the anime characters into mascot characters.
Yeah,
or furries. I guess these are more like fluffies because they're not. I guess there's like a cat.
Really terrifying.
But like, look at this guy.
He's animated furry helmet.
Oh, his ears.
Comment said Chinese furry is so cute. I don't even know why everyone hates furry, but I enjoy seeing kind and funny furries. All right. Anyway,
that person's a furry.
Yeah. I think the distinction here is that they don't wear a fursuit. They wear their regular clothing with fur paws and face masks.
They've turned it now. Hold on, just anime characters, live action anime characters.
Right now, hold on. Winston's aware of this. Brian, this is new to me and you. While the artistic style seems to have much more effort put in, the fact that they're not wearing the whole suit, does it feel sort of half-assed to you?
I feel like they're dressing.
Oh, here it is. Here you go. They got a full suit right here.
I feel not half-assed, but it's like
they decided that they kind of wanted to do it, but they didn't want to buy or put the effort into the whole thing. They're like, we can just wear a suit and the head. So that's okay, right?
I've got so many questions. So
I think all of us do.
Right look at this guy. No, this guy totally has his fursuit on. So I guess it's personal choice, right? Like this guy totally has the full fursuit.
I don't know.
Here's what I would say
about the whole thing, man.
This guy's, the ones with the skinny suits are semi in shape. The guys with the big suits are not in shape. How do you know what any of these people look like? As you have these Chinese, like perfect Chinese artwork faces like that, and then you pull off and you're fugly. What
you're horribly disfigured underneath. I don't know, maybe.
What I find so fascinating about the internet is that the internet can make like this, the amount of content that you're able to pull up on this makes it seem like this is a huge widespread thing. Like this is clearly a humongous amount of people participating in this, whatever the hell this is.
It just goes back to being Disney fault. It's all Disney fault. They spoon-fed this across the globe. It's an epidemic.
Here's my thing. I think it's perfectly okay. I think
it's fine.
Perfectly okay thing in the confines of your own home. Don't take it out. There's no need to take this out into public. Keep it off the streets. Clean up the crime and the furries off our streets. I'm campaigning.
Are you an anti? Oh man, he's taking a hard anti-furry stance.
Anti-furry stance.
These times.
Come on,
that's
come on, Tony. This is how we lose out on listeners, man.
I was gonna say, if they're on Twitch, I'm sure there's.
Listen, I want you to know. I want you to know we went from 7 viewers to 6 viewers just now.
Oh,
who laughed? Who was it?
The furry supporter.
You've got so many people who cosplay, and that's normalized.
Well,
that's also over-sexualized.
Okay, so it's the over-sexualization, I guess, is where it comes from. No, because you love to dress up for Ren Fair.
That's true. So if you can show up to Ren Fair with a corset and
man, it's huge cleavage, kind of the same thing.
If you can show up to Ren Fair with huge cleavage, or you can show up to Dragon Con dressed as Slave Leia,
cleavage,
with a Slave Leia, where it's just like, all right, you're dressed up as a character and it's being over-sexualized. The next step is the whole big suit. And then I think a lot of weird people take that to being over-sexualized too.
Yeah. Clearly,
is it a slippery slope argument, or is it just like it's just the next logical step. It's just like,
it slid.
at least I'm more clothed.
Go back
don't
to the
know.
Ireland portal or the New York portal. Where did it go, man? That's where it always, that's down the tubes. But on the other hand,
is that the world? Is that just the world that we live in? The world that we live in is full of furries and people flashing portals. That's it.
Yeah.
horny freaks, I think is what it boils down
but check
to.
this out. Check this out. We talked about this, but Chad haven't seen it, so obviously I got to show it.
I love how Winston is addressed to, he's been waiting so long to address chat in a real live manner.
Right.
There you go. What? Violence? How
Now,
can
this looks like
everybody's dressed as cute, cuddly things? Why are they violent? That's the last place I would think violence would
You're
erupt.
Now, where is
missing the
this?
big part.
Diaper-clad adults. I did miss that. I did.
tried to miss it. Daily Mail. Is this UK?
It said the failure of Rainforest. Rainforest 2015. Where's Rainforest? Is a real question.
No.
It looks like America. It looks like it's
This
Seattle.
is one of those things.
It was held
that,
at
like,
Hilton, Seattle airports and conference.
It's at top of the airport.
It's so
It's
that right
the
when
airport
you
hotel.
land, and right when
Great
you land,
rates,
you
man.
can just go
Great
straight to the
rates.
convention. I
Yeah.
love it.
Don't stray too far from the safety of the
Stray.
plane where I can
Yes,
go back home.
we have extreme animal control in this town.
Oh, check it out. Here they are.
Yeah.
That's the orgy right there in
yeah.
that picture.
There you
Wow,
go.
that's crazy.
pack.
Can't believe it.
God.
Diapers.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
There, he's ruining it. See?
Oh, that's
Whoa, this
got
is-
to
what
be
is-
close.
There's
Why did we
a
click
giant
on the Daily
puddle of
Mail?
mystery liquid spilling forth from this
Right.
hotel room.
Oh, no,
door.
no. It said somebody purposely loosened a bolt in one of Hilton's Seattle Airport and Conference Center's toilet, causing it to flood instantly. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Why is he
Turns out that
climbing
people
a
that
trash
dress up
can?
like stuffed animals don't have the greatest moral compass. It's like comical but sad at the same time.
Look at this guy right here. See, regular clothes, no fat suits.
He's got a tail, Winston.
Yeah, that's a butt plug, actually.
I was gonna make a joke.
Yeah.
I'm glad you beat me to it.
But I want you to know, like, this was the last of this convention. It was just so bad. So many things happened, and he goes, "All right, we're just gonna stop doing this."
There you go.
Hold on. For the audio listeners, it says, I feel bad for Rainforest staff. Their attendees seem to fail at both using and not using the bathrooms. Incredible.
Man, that is
Incredible.
that is a fantastic quote.
That was pretty good.
But no, it's sad. This is why we can't have nice things. Why
It's
do
true.
people do this?
Right.
Where is the decorum gone? Like,
it boils down to it being a
that's
kink.
fine.
Decorum is hiding inside of a fursuit.
The idea is we're a bunch of freaks doing our thing at this place.
here's the
Let's
thing.
keep it going as, I don't know.
They gotta cover their face because, like, if you ask any of these people, remember, going back to it, it's a rich person hobby to be a furry. You ask any of these people, they're gonna be doctors, they're gonna be lawyers, they're gonna be like
Tech
chief
guys.
financial
Those
officer,
people know
so,
how to
yeah.
behave and use the bathroom and shower.
That's-
I feel
that's
like
what
it's
I'm
a bunch of wealthy
They, no,
neckbeards.
no,
That's
no,
why
no. They know how to do it while they're outside of their fur convention. You know what I mean?
But that's
While
what I'm
they're
saying.
there.
Brian's going, we're all freaks. I'm going, yeah, but normal people know how to act in society.
Yeah.
You go outside your door, you act like a citizen
Animal?
of the world. When you go
Right.
home, you can wear your fursuit.
Right, but I'm still going to use my restroom properly and bathe while I'm at home. That's the thing, man.
Yeah.
Why does
But
that
how
go
else
out
would
the
they
door?
show up their fursona if they're not out in public?
I'm
You
just
know what I
saying,
mean?
like, this is crazy.
Hey, you could spray enough stuff and you could have Mr. Fragrance come sniff your fursuit.
Mr. Fragrance. Mr. Fragrance is probably a furry. He can afford it from the
Oh,
amount
yeah,
of people that recognize him at the
100%.
airport.
100%.
Hey, well, since we said Mr. Fragrance is probably a furry, I'm going to wrap us up. Allegedly. Allegedly.
It
Allegedly.
turns out to be true. Maybe not, though. He seemed to like himself.
He's a follower of Christ. He got to be a good person.
Everybody, thanks for listening.
And watching.
If you
And
missed
watching,
us,
that's right, yeah.
we may continue to just go live when we record this, usually at the beginning of the week.
We don't know.
We are on Instagram. Check out our Instagram. That's where we make our announcements. We don't make that many Instagram posts. Turn on the little bell so you get notifications. Then you know when new episodes come out and when we go live. Please tell a friend. If you enjoyed this BS nonsense that you've listened to for the past hour, please tell somebody else.
Yeah, man. Check Up Dishonest. They're additional
Yeah.
fact checkers. I love it.
It's great. I had to do my job much less this episode. Subscribe and rate wherever you're listening or watching. That helps us out. If you want us to talk about something, join us next time. You can throw something in chat. You can also send us an email at podcastxyz@gmail.com. That's XWHYZ. We're on YouTube. Our episodes go up there as well if you prefer to watch or listen there. We are on TikTok sporadically. You can find us on there as well. Hey, if you're only listening, we're also on Twitch at podcastxyz on Twitch. Come watch us live. We got merch. Merch store still up. Go rep your favorite three idiots talking about nothing on the internet. And you can find Winston's watch and listen list, the show notes, the merch store, most of our links at our home on the web, podcastxyz.podbean.com. And with that, we will see everybody next time.
Sayonara.
See you later,
Bye,
everybody.
chat.
Bye, chat.